Well, first of all, I just want to say we are so excited to be here today to honor somebody that you all know. But before we start that, why don't we do some introductions of like coaches and maybe some other staff. Our superintendent is here, Tammy. And guys from FCA, come on in. Let's introduce yourself because these are the support staff for Mr. Lutz and his team. So
I'm Brent Voigt with FCA staff.
Randy Jensen with FCA.
And Randy, how long have you been with FCA?
44 years.
Woo! It's awesome. So Tammy, do you just want
All time with Andy. He is the champion coach that I've worked with all the schools I've worked with all over Minnesota. And Coach Andy Lutz is top of that. I would call my Mount Rushmore of FCA volunteers.
Not going to make it very long, Mr. Welch.
And I'm Brady. I'm on staff in the East Metro as well.
Thanks, Brady, for being here. And Tammy?
Yeah, I just am so pleased to be here. I think we probably have a fire code with how many people you have here, but it's awesome. And I know how deeply passionate you are for this work and are so proud of the work and honored to be here to support you and all of the FCA members today too. So thank you.
Craig?
And my name is Craig Beisel. I am the sitting president of our Hastings Area Rotary Club, and it's just awesome to be here. You guys are just amazing. So, hopefully the fire marshal is not around for that fire code.
Craig, can you also let the students know what you might have done here in Hastings High School as a sport?
Oh, I was a wrestler. I won't tell you what. I graduated in 1994 from Hastings, so I'm born and raised here. And yes, Trey is my nephew, and I will see some of you today behaving.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm Jim Weinzettel. I'm just a Rotarian. Also, I had 5 children go through the Hastings School, and I had a couple of athletes. Only my daughters were athletes. My sons, I don't know, they missed that drill. So, but both got to touch Mr. Lutz while they were here. My oldest daughter, it was the first year that Andy started to bring in FCA. So that's a long time ago. She's almost 40 years old. So I don't think Andy.
Don't do the math.
I don't even think
do the math.
I don't even think Andy's 40 yet. But anyhow, so we're so glad to be here. Let's get the program started so you can get on with whatever you guys do here in terms of FCA. So we're here to honor Andy. Rotary is composed of approximately 30 current and retired businessmen and women from the Hastings area. Our goal is to make Hastings a better place. Some examples of projects completed by the Rotary are the Rotary Pavilion at Levy Park. You probably all have been there. Cycling Without Age, which are the red tri-saws you see around town, and there's a whole bunch of teachers that volunteer for that program. So we tip our hats to all the teachers as well. We also are involved with Hastings Rivertown Fishing. It's a pontoon on the river that we take seniors and handicapped and wheelchair people out on the river, and they may never get out there. And we also have improved, there's a bike path bridge in town that we resurrected with the city's help. We also open every meeting that we do with Rotary with the Pledge of Allegiance and a prayer. 2 core values of faith and freedom that Rotary adheres to. The Rotary motto is service above self. Some of you have heard that because you've been students of the month. Service above self, Andy Lutz. He has served as a Fellowship of Christian Athletes huddle leader for over 2 decades at Hastings High School. He is also a role model and leader for the East Metro and State of Minnesota FCA. He has faithfully led Hastings FCA, where for many years it has been one of the most successful huddles in Minnesota, and Randy attested to that. I think of Mordecai Ham, who probably, excuse me, probably no one in this room knows of or has heard of, but he was the ordinary man who shared the gospel with Billy Graham. Did Billy Graham have an effect on spreading the gospel around the world? I think so. I can only think of students and coaches that Andy has positively influenced, being the FCA huddle leader. A former student and FCA participant said this about Mr. Lutz. He is a role model for students in the classroom. He is an excellent educator who is well known by students to be a kind and trustworthy man. His efforts in the classroom alone set him apart as a positive part of the Hastings community. This impact beyond the classroom through his dedication to Hastings FCA is astounding. That's what this student said. The presentation of Paul Harris Fellow recognition is the Rotary International's way of expressing its appreciation for a substantial contribution to the students and community of Hastings High School. This award is named from our founder, Paul Harris, a Chicago businessman who started Rotary with 3 business associates in 1905. Rotary often designates a Paul Harris Fellow, which is a tribute to a person whose life demonstrates a shared purpose with the objective of Rotary. Today we honor and have the pleasure of recognizing Andy Lutz as he becomes a Paul Harris Fellow. Andy was designated to receive this award as appreciation from the Rotary Club of Hastings. We have a certificate and a badge that we would like to present at this time.
Unexpected, not necessary, and not my award solely. That is our Huddles Award. Gosh, I love you guys. What we do here matters, is all I'm going to say. Just like your academics and your sporting events and everything else that you do here that makes your experience at Hastings a rich one. What you guys stand for and what you live for and what you profess and what you share and how you welcome anybody in our building really matters. And I could not be more proud to be a part of it and to serve you so that you can do what you do here at HHS. And I hope we get to continue to do it for years and years to come. Unexpected, but thank you.
Let's give it up.
Everyone get in a wrestling stance.
Wrestling stance.
All right, you guys ready? 3, 2, 1. I got a couple here. You looking here?